Have you ever wished you had a personal financial advisor? Someone on speed dial to help you build a budget, invest, tackle debt, and just answer your money questions instantly? Well, the reality is, professional human advisors can cost you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. But what if I told you that you've actually already got a wildly powerful financial assistant sitting right in your pocket? Yep, I'm talking about ChatGPT. So let's jump right into this explainer and see exactly how to turn a simple AI chatbot into your very own personal financial coach.
Now, look, a lot of people struggle with money, but it's not always because they aren't earning enough. It's usually because they just don't have a system. They honestly don't know exactly where their money is going every month. How much are they spending? How much is actually being saved? And without that basic organization, we end up making huge financial decisions based on pure stress and emotion rather than cold, hard data. And this right here is exactly where ChatGPT shines. It doesn't have a crystal ball, but it can synthesize your scattered financial information way, way faster than you could ever do by hand. The biggest roadblock for most of us? Cost. Sitting down for a full review with a human professional can easily run you something like $550 an hour. But AI, it gives you instant data analysis for exactly $0 a month. Now, let's be super clear up front. AI is an educational tool. It is absolutely not a licensed fiduciary, and it does not replace real professional advice. But if you just need a baseline to wrangle your chaotic numbers into something that actually makes sense, it is totally unmatched. So here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with a quick money reality check, move right into budgeting and tracking expenses, tackle some debt payoff strategies, dive into investing and retirement planning, and finally, we'll cover some absolutely crucial AI safety rules you need to know. All right, kicking things off with the money reality check and getting your data safely prepped.
You can't manage what you don't measure, right? But let's be real. Nobody likes staring at a massive, messy bank spreadsheet. It's literally the worst. But prepping this data is the foundation of everything we're about to do. You just need to export your recent bank statements to a CSV file. Then, and please pay attention to this part, you have to clean it up. Strip out all the sensitive stuff. Delete your account numbers, your name, bank IDs, all of it. You just want 4 simple columns left: date, description, category, and amount. Once it's completely anonymized, you upload that clean file straight into ChatGPT. Moving on to budgeting and tracking those expenses. Let's look at how to actually categorize your cash flow. With your clean data uploaded, you can literally just copy and paste a prompt exactly like this one. Act as a personal finance coach. My monthly income is $2,000. My expenses are rent, $500, food, $300, transportation, $150, internet, $50, and entertainment, $100. Create a monthly budget and tell me how much I should save. Boom. In seconds, it builds out a complete actionable framework. No staring blankly at Excel cells, and from there, it becomes a natural conversation. You can just ask it, hey, how can I cut my expenses by 10%? Or what's the best way to save $500 a month? And get instant, customized suggestions. You can even ask the AI to organize your raw expenses into a clean visual breakdown. It takes all those weird, messy merchant names from your bank statement and neatly groups them into categories like food, transport, shopping, and subscriptions. This is usually the moment of truth for people. You might instantly realize, wait, no way, I'm spending hundreds of dollars a year on streaming services I never even watch. Spotting those little leaks, especially when a neutral AI just points them out for you, can make a massive difference to your bottom line. Taking it a step further, just ask the AI to generate a bar chart showing your income versus your expenses over the last few months. Seeing it visually side by side like this, it kind of strips away the emotion, doesn't it? It just gives you pure, clear data showing exactly where you stand and whether your current lifestyle is actually sustainable. Okay, let's talk about debt. Specifically, how to take it from feeling completely terrifying to totally manageable. If you're juggling a few different balances, it's so easy to just feel paralyzed. But try feeding it a prompt like this. I have credit card debt of $3,000 at 20%, a personal loan of $5,000 at 10%, and a student loan of $15,000 at 5%. I can pay $500 monthly. Create the fastest payoff strategy. By giving it your exact numbers, again, no account numbers please, the AI does the heavy lifting. It crunches the math instantly and clears right through the fog of all those different interest rates. It will actually break down different popular strategies for you, like the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. It'll explain how the snowball method attacks your smallest balance first, giving you that quick psychological win to keep you pumped up. But then it'll show you the avalanche method, which targets the highest interest rate first to technically save you the most money.
It even estimates the exact month and year you'll be completely debt-free using both methods. Seriously, how great is it to finally have an actual end date to look forward to?
All right, let's get into the really fun stuff. Investing, retirement planning, and calculating your FIRE number.
So if you're ready to look at the long game, you can give it a highly specific prompt like, I'm 25, I can invest $300 a month, my risk tolerance is moderate, and my goal is long-term wealth. Create a beginner investment plan. The AI will literally map out a chronological timeline for you. It might say, okay, year 1, build that emergency fund. Year 2, let's look at broad market index funds. Year 5, maximize your diversification. It's a fantastic educational blueprint, and the best part is it actually explains why it's recommending each step. Check out this real-world example from YouTube creator Robin Smith. She used ChatGPT to calculate her FIRE number, which stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. She plugged in her actual data, she spends about $6,000 a month, and currently invests $1,400. ChatGPT crunched it and said, all right, based on this, you can retire at age 47. But then it showed her that if she could bump her investing up to $2,400 a month, she could retire 5 whole years earlier at 42. But then Robin threw a curveball to pressure test it. She asked how having kids would change her retirement timeline. The AI estimated she would need an extra $500,000 per child to safely cover their costs, including future education, and still maintain her lifestyle. But here is where things get really interesting, and it perfectly illustrates a massive flaw you have to watch out for. This incredibly advanced AI confidently failed basic elementary school addition. Initially, it told her she needed a $1.8 million portfolio. Then, after adding 2 kids at $500,000 each, it confidently stated her new target was $2.3 million. Wait a second. $1.8 million plus $1 million is $2.8 million. Robin had to actually correct the AI's math herself. So let this be a warning. Always, always verify the logic. The tool is smart, but it can be confidently terribly wrong. Because of that, the absolute smartest way to use AI for investing is just as a really patient teacher. Look, investing jargon is intimidating. Words like ETFs, asset allocation, dividends, it's like a foreign language. So if you don't get it, just ask. Tell it, hey, explain ETFs to me like I'm 15 years old, or what exactly is the difference between a stock and an index fund? Let it translate the confusing stuff into plain English so you can make better, more informed decisions yourself. Which brings us to our final and honestly most important topic, crucial AI limitations and safety rules. You have to treat ChatGPT like any public website. That means you should absolutely, under no circumstances ever, type highly sensitive info into that chat window. I'm talking no social security numbers, no raw bank account numbers, no credit cards, no passwords, and no unredacted tax forms. Always, always scrub and anonymize your data before you ask it for financial insights. And remember, ChatGPT does not have a financial services license. It owes you zero fiduciary duty. A real human advisor is legally bound to put your best interests first, and they're held accountable if they mess up. ChatGPT isn't. It doesn't get your unique emotional relationship with money. And if it accidentally feeds you some outdated tax rule that ends up costing you thousands of dollars, yeah, you have absolutely zero legal recourse. So here's the playbook. Use ChatGPT to do the tedious heavy lifting. Let it organize your budget, categorize your spending, explain the confusing jargon, and run those cool early retirement scenarios. It is arguably the greatest free educational assistant ever built. But once you've drafted your plan, take those outputs to a real, licensed professional for a quick, verified review before you pull the trigger on any massive life decisions. All right, now that you've got the exact prompts, you know the workflow, and you're locked in on the safety rules, the only question left is this. Are you going to keep letting your finances manage you? Or are you ready to use this free technology to finally take control of your future today? The power is right there at your fingertips. Stay safe out there and start prompting your way to financial clarity.